Hey guys, Rocker Buck here with another Crazy Pig video on the Crazy Pig family friendly server. And as it happens, I am back in Atlantica. Yes, it's been a while since I've been here. I've kind of missed it. I've been having a lot of fun in Cambria. I've actually kind of gotten addicted to Cambria, to be perfectly honest with you. But that's okay. Take a little break from here and it gives me reason to come back. So when I decided to come back, I was trying to think of a lot of things to do, and I hadn't really decided. So I guess I decided I'm going to do a little bit of improvements on things and maybe start something new, and that's what brings me here to my forest home. Now, hopefully what I'm going to try and do is, in case you don't remember what my old forest house looks like, I'm going to try and add some snapshots of the old forest house. And if that doesn't work, and I'm hoping it does, but if it doesn't, then, oh well, I tried. You can go back to my other video called Hello Enderman, where you watch me build this house and maybe you remember it. So I'm going to right now try and slip those snapshots in and show them to you and show you what the old house looks like. Okay, hopefully those shots gave you a good reminder of what the house used to look like. Let's take a look at it now. Well, maybe you see some changes, maybe you don't. I know definitely right here, around the bottom here, the posts, the pillars. As you can see, I've actually added some detail to the windows and made things pop out a little more. And I changed the deck from just plain wood to trapdoors, which look pretty good in this texture pack. And I've even been told it looks good in default. I didn't make any internal changes, all external. And I even changed the roof from spruce to birch because I think it makes it look a little brighter. I've been told it makes it look a little brighter, looks like a better contrast. Now, you may have noticed over here, it looks like we've got a big windmill going. Well, we do. Actually, what this turned out to be was an experiment, and I'm turning around to make sure I don't have any mobs around because I don't have my armor on, just my suit. This was actually an experiment. I was just trying to learn how to build a propeller, which, for reasons will be explained later. And, fellow Crazy Pig player and all-around good guy Nikonite did not help me break the grass. He actually thought I was trying to build a windmill, and he began giving me tips on improving the way it looked. And before too long, excuse me, I started adding things, and I hear a zombie, so I'm going to move around so I don't get beat up on. Come here. Excuse me, pardon me. Excuse me, pardon me. So I started adding some detail, and I said, okay, I've got a windmill now. And I thought, I guess I'll keep it, because I think it looks neat. I even made sure it was facing the right direction in the wind. So, the ideas for the improvements, I can't claim all for myself. I've been spending some time learning how to build better. And I learned a lot of it from a YouTuber that a lot of you probably know by the name of Gettin. And, I used to think I was a really bad builder and that I had no ability. And, even though I was doing fairly decent, that was, as far as it was going to get. And, just by watching a couple Gettin videos, I could see the big improvement. And really, what I run into a lot is a lot of, players say to me, "Oh, Rocker Buck, I can't build. You know what? You can build. You just need to not break your own glass, which I hope I didn't do. You just, need to, have confidence in yourself and, look at things and learn to look differently and, don't be afraid to try and experiment. And you know what? it's really not that hard, and you can do it. Anybody can do it. So, have a little confidence in yourself, because if if I can do it, anybody can. But anyway, so I showed you all this to lead you on to something else. I have another idea in mind, and I've been, working on it, debating on it, and, I've been running into some problems, and, I think I've found a solution. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take a break, and I'll go to where my new project is, and I'll show you what's been going on, and hopefully maybe it can turn into a series, because I think it has a lot of potential. So I'll see you over at the other place. All right, here we are. The sun is coming up. Actually, it's pretty well up. So I'm going to show you what I'm working on. This is my mountain. Well, look at that. That's a beautiful mountain. And I actually have a claim on a majority of this, a lot of it. And actually, pretty much what you see, I have claimed. And, somebody's not using some nice language. Excuse me, one moment. Okay. That little situation was taken care of. Please do not use unfriendly words on our family-friendly server. Thank you very much. Okay, so anyway, back to my mountain. So I had this idea originally for like this mountain monastery thing where monks would hang out. And I started working on it, and, I kind of hit a wall. And I don't know. I don't know what happened. I mean, I'm sure all of you have had it. While we're here, I'll talk about it a little bit as we go. You've all hit a wall, and it happens. You get an idea, but I want to show you some of this at the same time. That's nice? This mountain is so nice. It's beautiful. And I originally started, and I came down here, and I started like digging in, thinking I'm going to work on, some place for monks to hide or just like do stuff on the inside. And that was kind of going okay, and you can see what's going on. And I was like, you know what, but this wasn't, where I started with, and this wasn't what I really wanted to be going on. But I kept going, and I added some stuff over here, and I'm leaving the lava here anyway. And there's a zombie in the sun. Da-da-da. I can't do the song because I don't want to do a copyright infringement. Would you get out of here and quit making noise? Please burn up and die. There, I'll help you. You're welcome. Actually, what I think I'm going to do with this later on is I'm going to make a Jeb door, like a redstone Jeb door. And that can be, a good thing for a build. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that probably already know how to build them, but, still it'll be cool for those that don't. So I think I'm going to keep that. And then I had a passageway built right down into the mountain. It was already here. This shape was here. The hole was here. I said, you know what? It even kind of, dropped down in there like that. I just added the steps and whatnot. And this was like one of the first steps toward better building. I made steps. And then I was like, okay, let's do something different here. And I started adding glowstone, and I added these stairs. And next thing you know, I'm looking at this going, hey, you know what? This is cool. It's cool, because it sort of like reminds you of a theater. Like when you're in a movie theater and you have the little lights up the aisles. So, yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like that. So I'm going to keep it. I'm going to work it, into the build. And up here, oh boy, I had like a, monastery house type thing built here. And it looked really good, but it still was. And I put all this glowstone and stained glass, and that's not leaving. I'm keeping that because you got an accidental preview there. I'm keeping that, and yeah, this will get changed. So I figured, okay, if the monk thing isn't going to happen, what else can I do? Let me see if I can show you this other area in here. Without showing you the rest of the build. Let me sneak over there. No sneaking over there. Anyway, over here, what? Oh no, someone killed the Ender Dragon! We love that sound. It scares the poo out of you sometimes, though, when you're not expecting it. Congratulations to the player who killed the Ender Dragon! But over here where the trees are and hidden in amongst there, I had another place built because this waterfall is really cool. And I'll show it to you because, you know, by the time I show it to you, you'll see what's over in the other place. So I had a big change of mind. I thought, you know what, I want to try something I never done before. A style I haven't ever done before. And I've never done steampunk. And I started looking into it, and the more I started researching steampunk, the cooler I thought it was. I thought it was really interesting. And I thought, okay, let's see, you know, what can we do with steampunk? So I'm going to fly around my mountain here and show you some other areas before I show you, you know, what I got started on. So, yeah, I've never done steampunk before. And the whole concept of it is cool because I like science fiction and I kind of like certain old things. And I thought, you know what? It's a great incorporation. So, yeah, who knows what this is going to turn into, but man, I can't wait. I'm actually really looking forward to doing it now. I'm going to try not to really destroy too much of the mountain itself because it's so cool. That's what drew me to it. It looks so nice. I want to try to keep a lot of it intact, but yet at the same time build onto it. So the first thing I figured, you know, you need houses. You know, steampunk houses are important. So having never built one before, I followed a tutorial, but sort of changed it to make it mine, and I'm backing up so that I can show you without really totally giving it away. And I wanted to make it mine, but yet follow a tutorial so I could learn, you know, the basic concept. And this is what I came up with. I like it. I like the idea. Now this, I will admit, I had a hard time getting used to it. I had a hard time getting used to the tall roof thing because I just learned, courtesy of Grian, plug again, on how to build normal roofs. And this is not a normal roof. But, you know, detail-wise, that was not in the tutorial. I went out on my own and, you know, started figuring it out. And same with the chimney. I kind of figured that out myself. And on the inside, and I'll tell you now, just so no big disappointments, is undecorated. Except for the fireplace, which I can see works because it hasn't burnt the place down yet. You just got to be careful when you use fire around wood. Believe me, I've burnt down several houses by accident. So let's close the doors because I have a thing about doors. But yeah, look at the waterfall. That is awesome. I did not do that. That came that way. It generated that way in the world. And when I saw this, I said, that's fantastic. That's just awesome, amazing, man. Beautiful, beautiful mountain. And I had like steps, little step things and walkways around here and the whole way around this whole side where the crosshair is, and it came down to this where the hole is. I had a place built, and I just I wasn't feeling it. It wasn't happening. And I said, you know, I gotta scrap this. But the initial thing that drew me here was up here, up top, this little gap between this peak and this little peak over here, which really when you get up close isn't so little. But I had this idea for like a Zen garden thing and a bridge going across over to here. I plan on keeping a bridge idea. And I think I actually, you know, might keep the idea of sort of like a Zen garden thing, but sort of still steampunk. Now I have other ideas and other plans, but I don't want to say too much yet because who knows how things go. Things change. As you go on, as you're doing things, you change, you know, your mind on 1,000,001 time, and 1,000,001 times. Blah, 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 blah. Come on, talk right. So I just, you know, I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too. I want to see how this develops, what it turns into, and what I can make out of it. And I want to prove to you know, those of you who say I can't build. You know, I want to prove to you you can, because if Rocker Buck can do it, anybody can. Hello, bunny. Are you one of those rare red-eyed bunnies? Come here. Hold still. Are you? Are you like those? Supposedly there was like a red-eyed bunny that could... Here, let me look at you from a distance. Nope. Brown eyes. And there we go. And I have ideas for things down here in this like little valley, because this is definitely seems more suited for steampunk than it does this like whole mountain monastery thing. Hello, Enderman. Especially in here. This was like this too. This generated this cutout. It's like it could hold something under there or support something, or it's just like a space begging to be filled with something. And that's why I kind of felt like I sort of thought I ruined this down here, but I didn't. I don't think I did. We can make something happen. I know we can. Definitely. And down in here in the whole, boy, there's caves galore down in here, and it actually leads to a ravine, which leads to a mine shaft, but we're not going to get into that. So, you know, I hope you like what I showed you. I hope we can do something interesting, and at least let me take my helmet off because it looks weird. There we go. And I hope we can, you know, give me a good reason to come back to Atlantica again, because I know I haven't done a whole lot, and I apologize, but I just needed some inspiration. I needed some time away, and sometimes it's good to do that. You take some time away from something, step back, and that way you don't burn yourself out. And I've had a lot of fun in Cambria, as you could tell. But I'm looking forward to having some fun here again, because there's a lot of players that stay here only and don't come to Cambria, and I kind of miss hanging out with them. So, you know, hopefully we'll be seeing you soon, and, you know, building more on my steampunk things. So, you know, everybody be good, be nice to each other, have fun, and as always, I got my eye on you.